Everybody, welcome back to the stream. It's your host, Brother Cyan, and I'm wearing a fedora and a pair of sunglasses. No idea why, because it's pretty much dark outside, so it's not really a use of wearing sunglasses after all. Sorry for the inconvenience yesterday. I'm a little bit sick, so that's why I didn't stream yesterday. And I still feel a little bit sore in the throat, so it still hurts a little bit. But we're going to continue playing some Everlasting Summer. And we left off from... let's see here if I remember. Oh yeah, we were on the island with Lena and we got past that day. So this will probably, most probably, be the last part of Everlasting Summer. So without further ado, let's start. Look. You'll have to excuse me when I'm coughing. Also, after we're finished with Everlasting Summer, I would like you to hear suggestions on games I could play. I will send you a list of games that I will be playing. Well, most likely will be playing. A list of different suggestions from all you fans that have been, well, tipsing me about different games. So, let's get started, shall we? Okay, so we left off in the canteen, apparently. Probably had to shut down yesterday because I had to walk my dog. Either way, I'm just going to move over my stream to the other side so I can see your comments. There we go. Okay, let's start, guys. I sat down and tried really hard to make a face that would let everyone know that there is really no need to come anywhere near me, unless there was an emergency. I just wanted to sit alone and think. Moreover, keeping my mind off other things was making me less sleepy. Hi, mind if I join you? I did not notice Slavia standing there. Strange. Sure. I asked after hesitating for a second. Bad mood? A bit. That's not quite weird if you think about it. No, of course it didn't happen, anything. And he's not being honest with himself. Not really. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. There's nothing to tell you about. Poor Slavia, she just wants to help us out, and Semyon is like, fuck you, I don't need you for your help. We kept eating in silence until I asked, where did you go last night? Me? Oh, I just wanted to be alone for a while. That's not like you. I felt a bit more lively. Really? Well, maybe. It's also not often that you're seen so gloomy. She might be right. Even in the most unfavorable circumstances, I've always tried to have a positive outlook on things. Not that I was an optimist, I just always tried to not to feel too down. Also, for you guys that don't know, we have been gotten into the path of Lena, so we're on to her story now. Keeping my previous life in mind, it's only natural. As soon as you let depression get a hold on you, the news will start to look very appealing. Don't say that! That's horrible, Semyon. Ah shit, it got really bright. Perhaps. When Slavia was done with her meal, I was still poking the porridge with my spoon. I'll be going. By the way, have you seen Lena? No, why do you ask? I didn't see her at the morning lineup. If that's odd, that's not like her. Maybe alright. I don't think it's a big deal, to be honest. Yes, of course, I was just wondering. I sat for a few more minutes in place and then headed outside without finishing my breakfast. But Semyon, breakfast is probably the most important, eating time of the day. You can't skip breakfast. Today was quite gloomy. The first gloomy day during my time here. I kind of gotten used to the bright and burning sun. The heat that would only subside by the evening seemed to be an irreplaceable component of this place. It looks like even here the weather changes after all. Almost like it's matching my mood. It's a conspiracy, I tell you. A conspiracy! Have everyone even seen that I sent the stream? Oh well. It looks like yes, more proof than this place, or its creators are sentient and have a great storytelling skills. Sometimes I really wanted to focus on a single theory if I concentrate on it and forget about all the others. No, the swag, I need the swag. You can't have the swag, Citrix, it's too swaggy for you. Just to decide for myself that it's all done by aliens, or I am in a parallel universe, or both. Oh, happy birthday to Appa! His birthday is today. Oh well, let's continue. Just to decide for myself that in... Oh, already read that. Or witchcraft, or military experiments, or everything. Just to pick one and be done with it. Why not all of them? To stop thinking about all possible explanations to this situation. Constantly jumping from one to other. Just to focus on a single one. But it's impossible. I have almost no facts about anything. You are in a camp filled with girls dressed as pioneers, and you have this terrorist Olga sort of dictator. I don't know. Yeah, some other things took place, but they can do happen in the real world too. After yet another cycle of similar thought, I found myself at the bus stop of Route 410, at the gates of the Camp Sovianok. No answers, no hints, no clues. I was walking wherever my legs were taking me. It was quiet in the residential area. Not a single person there, to be precise. But my astonishment grew even more when Electronic appeared around the next turn. I wanted to call out to him, but stopped, because he was going a little too confidently in an unknown direction. Oh no. When people start walking confidently to a place you've never been to, that's when shit gets serious. Trust me, guys. I walk everywhere confidently, and everyone thinks I'm a freak. That's some nice information for you. It's strange. That goes against his nature. What do you know about him? Anyway, what can I talk about with Electronic about? You can talk with him about furries, robot porn. He's probably into that shit. Did you see his robot? It's pretty clear. And yeah, I had to start the conversation first. Oh no. Seems like I was completely in despair. However, it would be interesting to follow and find out where he is rushing to. Don't do it, Semyon. Don't. As a child, I like to play games of spies, and here is a chance to put myself into a real spy's shoes. And after that, you backstabbed him. I decided not to sneak and hide in a special way, and just tailed him quietly at a distance. Blondes are bad. Kill him with that stick on the ground. Jobro. Sounds like a good idea, Kesser. Oh, 6 viewers? Oh, that's not too bad. Welcome everyone, as I said before. Soon we came to the library. Electronic knocked and went aside. I stood behind a big tree so nobody could see me and began to wait. If he's actually hiding behind that tree, then he will be pretty noticeable if you think about it. Like, both of his sides will stick out at each end, and he will be like, "They do not see me, right?" He was absent for quite a long time. Perhaps this is a stupid idea, because in fact, what's the difference does it make if he went to a library? Maybe he just decided to get something to read. He was walking fast, so what? Perhaps he has some business afterwards. My thoughts were disturbed by a loud door slam. I looked toward the library and saw Electronic running away from there, and Senya who ran after him, shouting along the way. I don't want to hear it anymore, or to see you either. Seems like someone is killing him instead of us, Kesser. They ran past me, but naturally they were so involved in chasing that they didn't even notice me. The whole situation seemed very funny, and I decided that I needed to find out what the matter was. I wonder, where could Electronic be running to like that? To August's basement! Okay guys, so... you tell me where to go. Just tell me in the comments. That's good coke. If you're not going to vote, I will do it myself. Also, for those who are new to the stream, you are the ones voting for which place to go. So if the majority of people wants to go to the clubhouse, or the majority of people want to go to dining hall, or the infirmary for example, then we'll go with that. I guess we'll be going with the infirmary if I get to be the one choosing. Perhaps we ran to the infirmary. Okay, the guest. I've never seen you on this stream, so welcome to the stream. No, that's obviously a silly idea. How much was silly? He might have been ended up stabbed in the back, and after that he just needed some bandages to fix him up, or he might have just ended up dying. That's kind of sad. Let's go to clubhouse. Oh, you've been here before. Oh, well, welcome back, I guess. Yes, it is quite obvious that he ran straight to his native cybernetics club. I entered without knocking, but I didn't find anyone inside. Electronic, it's me! The sound of footsteps came from the next room, and soon Electronic himself appeared. Hi, Simon, I'm yes. His eyes ran guiltily, and his shirt had visible traces of sweat. Oh, that's kind of nice. Yes, get it. Going in for sports, I see. Sprinting. Well, I don't know what to say about his face. You saw that? He asked, dude. Yeah, purely by chance, so I decided to stop by and to ask how you were doing and what happened. Nothing special really, that's what they all say. Indeed, fleeing from an angry librarian, it's nothing. That would be wonderful, Kesser. I would actually laugh my ass off if there was a mod from this game which actually turned it into exactly what you said. You can tell me. Yeah, of course you can tell me. I smiled disarmingly. Tell me and I'll tell it to the others as well. Really? Won't you tell? Who do you think I am? Of course I will tell everyone. Of course, silent as the dead, cross my heart. But the dead can become zombies, and they can speak. Too bad for him. It seems I exaggerated a very bit, but looked like it had convinced him. Okay. He took a deep breath, gathering strength. You know, I've liked Xenia since the first day. I don't get what's so attracting about her, since she's just being all angry and being such a douche, to be honest. At those words I wanted to fall to the floor and started rolling around, shaken by violent attacks of laughter, but out of respect for him I restrained. Still, his next few words flew past my ears. I don't have any respect for this guy, so I would just be rolling around on the floor and probably laughing my ass off. And so I just decided, well, you saw and what happened next. Hey, go to Olga's dungeon underneath her cabin. You're always appreciated there. A brave fellow indeed. Well, you try harder, I guess, and you will succeed. Yeah. Keep asking her, and probably in the end you will get backstabbed and actually have to go to the infirmary. I patted him on the shoulder, trying really hard not to laugh. Poor guy. Thank you for the support. Oh, jeez. I mean, electronic. I think he is semi-speak sarcastic. He smiled sadly. Okay, I have to go. I have some work to do. I shot out of the clubhouse like a bullet and finally laughed out loud. However, if you think about it, Electronic and Xenia would make a wonderful couple. I don't agree. Sorry, I don't agree. They are actually a perfect match. No, it is strange then that Xenia rejected him. Oh no! Oh my god, Jenda is so sexy. Just look at him standing there with his glasses. Yeah! I was going towards the square, thinking further about this episode. At the end of the day, Electronic is not such a simpleton. What? Just like that, he declared his love, even realizing that refusal would follow. How did he actually know that? I mean, he was not sure after all. Or on the contrary, is it because he's just simple as an apple pie? Apple pies are pretty advanced beings! You can't just say an apple pie is a simple being! It has apples. Apples. Trust me, it's more complicated than engineering. And I know a little bit thing about engineering, trust me. But apples? Shit. Now that's complicated stuff. Either way, you can feel the honesty and sincerity in his behavior. More complicated people would spend hours, days, months, years thinking about how to present this in a better way. What consequences it could have been, whether you should or even bother. I would do so myself. No, rather I have done so. But he has said it. Unsuccessfully, of course, but it could have also gone differently. Well, of course. MLP has swag. That's why you should have it in the background. Oh, wait a second. You said 2 MLG? Well, good for you, because you're getting 2 MLG. Just wait a second. Beautiful. The canteen was chock full. It seems that the camp was slowly emerging from the morning depression. Maybe the sun that had come out from the clouds contributed to that, or maybe something else that I'd missed while running after Electronic. Only the places next to Oleana and Lisa's turned out to be free. I braced myself and started walking towards them. Eating was still a necessity. Well, You skipped breakfast after all. Can I sit with you? Oh, yes, sit down. Why are you so gloomy? It's just that you are too cheerful. Yeah, right, Semyon. It's not that reason. We know that. I'm trying to maintain the energy balance in the universe. So this is the positive side, which is Uliana. And you're the negative side. Trying to keep the balance in the universe. I'd rather have it stay positive than, well, neutral, actually. Uliana giggled. Oddly enough, the gods did not pay attention to me and talked about their own concerns. Oh, I'm here as well! Don't forget me! At first I thought it was good, but then I started to think that they were just taking no notice of me. Well, obviously. You're not a guy that most people don't notice, actually. Why doesn't the girls have cat ears? 1 out of 10. Missed the most biggest thing in games. Shame, shame. See? Close enough to cat ears. Happy now! And Uliana has very special hair. That should satisfy you. Come on, kiss, be honest with me. Yeah, swag. That's right. Just hat, 2 emoji, 2 swag, no. By the way, where's Lena? Because of all my thinking, I'd completely forgotten about her. Oh, that's sad. I don't know. At least I answered absently. Has she still not appeared? As you can see, I took a look around the canteen, but didn't see her anywhere. Still love that poster. I can say it as many times as I want. That poster never changed. I got milk, and I got Coca-Cola. What do you got? I even have a swag emoji. Too much for you, fedora and glasses. Did you know that if I tilt this way, it becomes really dark for some reason? I don't know, it's something about the glasses. Oh, either way, you probably don't want to hear that shit. I took a look around, already read that, and nobody's heard anything about her? No. Just a straight up no. Don't you find it strange? Well, she's usually not here, so it doesn't matter. What's so strange? Oh no. It's like they all forgotten about her, sort of. Maybe she's reading, maybe sleeping or something. Seems more like you're talking about yourself. Poor Uliana. Really, Semyon? Don't be so harsh. It's none of your business, is it? Actually, in fact, it is. At least they interjected angrily. Angrily? Oh, what's that? Yes, of course. Kessler know a lot about this game. He's played every story, trust me. He just tries to hide it. But he's guilty. Oh, yes, he is. Well, if a person is missing, you're not supposed to search for them. Because we did that mistake with Shurik. And what did he reward us with? He almost smacked a metal rod in the face. So we almost died. That was our reward. Oh, also, a nice position of Uliana Olga trying to bang Uliana while she was eating a cake. That was not quite satisfying. If you found that satisfying, but I don't know what to say. You weren't so worried when Shurik disappeared. Yeah, exactly. That's quite different. Shame on you, Semyon. You know, you should always appreciate Shurik. He tried his best trying to kill you with a metal rod. Yes, and why, I wonder? I had no answer. And he just blankly looked at Elisa before going back to my food. He's wrong! And he can't... he can't admit it! I don't, because there is no cat ears, so I don't know this game at all. All the games with cat ears do I know every part of, even Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty is not a game! It's not a real game! She did not insist on continuing the conversation. Lunch was over. I silently stood up and went out of the canteen without a goodbye. Douchey Semyon. Oh no, not this music. It's too spooky. So Lena disappeared. What's so strange about it? What should I do now? On the other hand, why should I do anything? Why me? Well, maybe because you're the one that keeps talking about her and actually cares about her? Maybe? I don't know. Hello Kitty is an evil corporation. Yeah, I agree with you, Fanda. Well, the robot Electronic was working on was a robot cat-eared girl. Yeah, that's right, Yassi. You should have actually watched the stream, not yesterday, but the day before that, Kesser, because they actually built a furry robot with cat ears. So be happy. And this game actually has a cat girl, so your argument is invalid. On the other hand, why should... Oh, I already read this. Sorry for that. One cannot absolutely sure whether Lena is what she seems. Perhaps all this doesn't exist, so why should I worry? Yeah, why should you worry? However, for now, Lena is still the same Lena. Guys, don't think like Semyon. Maybe this reality doesn't exist. Maybe I should be harsh to girls. Respect them. Trust me. Or, nah, just keep screaming, go make me a sandwich. And it's gonna work out, trust me guys. Their natural instincts will jump in and they will be all like, yeah, sure. One thing you don't know is that the knives are in the kitchen too, so good luck! However, for me now, Lena is still the same Lena. The modest, quiet girl I met on the first day. Yeah, they actually do have a cat girl, Kessler. The girl is named Julia. You can search her up on Google. Although you need to play all the stories to actually get her story. I'm actually working on that. I just need to complete one story more and then I can play all the other stories. So yeah.
Du åker med.
Va?
Du åker med.
Vad?
Du ska med.
Vad?
Sen framåt.
Nu? Men jag har inte sagt något.
Jo, det har jag.
Nej, det har du inte.
Men du ska med. Kolla.
Jag är inte på ett stream.
Det är...
Jo men...
Så var det där. Kolla.
Nej.
Jo.
Nej, det skojar med mig.
Nej. Vi ska åka och handla mat till er imorgon och du ska med nu.
Varför?
Du ska plocka sallad. Vi ska få varsin sallad.
Jo men... Kan inte du vänta?
Nej, vi ska göra det nu för jag har andra saker att göra. Nej, stå inte här och ljud.
Men jag trodde ju hon skulle åka och träna, sa hon.
Vi får åka med mig nu och handla din ska äta imorgon. Nu.
Nej, då struntar jag äta imorgon. Jag kan laga något.
Okej. Det finns massvis med köttbullar, makaroner,
Japp.
hamburgare och så.
Yep. Sorry for the interruptions, guys. Could you close the door? And even a strange behavior could not affect my attitude towards
I
her.
close the door.
Oh, okay, that's fine. And that was my dad, guys. The one you praise. In the end, it's not certain that I still exist. So while the world is logical, at least to some extent, I have to play by its rules. Yeah, you got that right. Family happiness. Run. Yeah, we're a really happy family. Actually, we are. Oh no. I'll do this instead. This works. I quickly went to the camp leader's cabin. Go into Olga's basement. Run, Forrest, run! Once I was inside, I saw Olga lying on the bed and reading a book. She was probably lying in the position like this. Oh, hello there, Simeon. I've been waiting for you. And I would be like, oh! Once inside, I saw Olga lying on the bed and reading a book. Do you know where Lena is? No, why are you asking? She's nowhere to be found. She missed both breakfast and lunch. So what? This is a conspiracy, guys. We need to get the fuck out of here. Fuck Lena, we're getting out of here. Because this camp is starting to get creepy. People do not care about others. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? She looked at me blankly. What do you mean, so what? When Shuri was gone, the whole camp was searching for him the early morning. I don't understand you. Of course you fucking don't. There is something strange about the camp leader again. Yeah, that's right, Panda. This game was creepy from day one. She was behaving absolutely incomprehensibly, illogically. Do you think it's normal? So, where is she now? Let's grab that sock and knock her out. It's probably a great idea. Then steal her clothes and disguise as Olga, and then we can get the fuck out of here. We do, although, have to strip her. No, we can't do that, guys. I'll probably get banned from Twitch if we're going to do that. We can't do that. Olga replied calmly. This is too much. Yeah, you got that right. I started to lose my temper. Ask Miko, she's her roommate after all. Oh no, the talkative, addicting girl. That was a good idea, because obviously I will get no more answers here. I went outside, slammed the door, and went to look for Miko's and Lena's cabin. This is one cozy cabin. I would love to live here, actually. It was nice that the orchestra girl had told me before where she lives, which is why I was at the door of the cabin a minute later. I should have knocked, but for some reason I couldn't. Instead of... But you said you didn't knock on the door, and now you knock on the door. I don't get it. You should go in like, boom, bitch, I'm here. Where's Lena? Come in. I heard a familiar voice. Hi, do you know where Lena is? No, I haven't seen her today. You're looking for her, right? Don't you think it's strange? By that time I started suspecting everybody of hiding information about Lena's location, of conspiracy. See? See? This is what Fanda has been trying to inform us all about all the time! It's a conspiracy! Of involvement in me being here, of Kennedy's assassination, and of hundreds of other terrible things. What does this have to play a part in the story? Yeah, that's actually pretty much Hatsune Miku Kesser. You're very welcome. Think, if Olga had that expression outside the window, she would be the biggest stalker if she isn't already. What if she actually is a stalker? I wouldn't be too surprised, to be honest. Well, you know, maybe I thought she went somewhere and then I just got lost in doing things. Breakfast, music club, helping to clean, and then lunch. And then... Okay, I see. And what about yesterday? Was everything normal? Well, she came late and immediately went to bed. I didn't even notice anything wrong. No chance of finding out anything here either. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for the information. That was really helpful. I said abruptly and left. It's almost like I've been smoking, except that I haven't. It's horrible. I don't like coughing. At that moment, it seemed to me that the missing Lena was the only living person in this pack of talking dummies, and I had to find her. However, it seemed almost impossible to do this alone, so I went for help. Who would be the most willing to help me? No, of course not Slavia. Electronic! I've said he will probably help us with his robot furries thing. It will probably find Lena. Yeah, let's do that, guys. Probably best choice. I've said that at this time she would be engaged in cleaning something. For example, the square. So I went there. And what a surprise, she actually is there. My sixth sense didn't let me down. That sixth sense of yours is actually the script written by some other people, and you're actually a non-existent character. And you're welcome for me ruining this game for you guys. Hi. Hey. Have you seen Lena? No, why are you asking? Nobody's seen her since morning. She was absent during breakfast as well as during lunch. Strange. I also think it is. But to put it mildly strange. Can you help me find her? Oh, sorry. Maybe later. I got cleaning here to finish. What's up with all these people? It was like a lightning strike. I took a few awkward steps back and ran away from this place. It's about to get hot in here. Yeah! Because it's summer, right? That's why it's called Everlasting Summer. No, that was not her. It was as if somebody had replaced her. But I so like her. I wonder what we are to the characters in this story. Are we a myth? Maybe these characters are actually living and I'm God. Well, we are the gods since we tell them what to do pretty much. That's horrible. It's almost like cancelling an action in The Sims. I mean, like, why didn't I do this? Why do you make me do this? No, that was not her. It was read that once again. Not only her, but also the other inhabitants of this camp. What is happening? The strange thing is that it doesn't have anything to do with me, but with Lena. Maybe she came here the same way I did. You've already said that with sure. You can't say it twice. Exactly. That could be the reason why she behaves quietly most of the time. No. Wait! But what about her knowing Elisa? Dun dun dun. Maybe they're both from the real world. No, something does not add up. Or maybe she just became mad because you peeped on Elisa? It would be a logical explanation. I think most people would actually react like that if your love, well, the one you're in love with, do something else with another girl, then you will, or guy, you will probably be sad. Yeah. My hair was going to explode and I started to choke. Almost like me. After catching my breath, I looked around and found myself at the bus stop. I sat on the curb and covered my face with my hands. Peekaboo! If before nothing had really been up to me, but was going relatively smoothly, then now I was, as always, helpless. But the situation was totally different. Watching the battle fought from the side with no threat of your life, and being on the hotspot without being able to help the ones you care about are two different things. Beautiful. Just beautiful. I was just sitting. Time passed and the sun began to fall. Probably dinner had already started. Although, what's the difference? I still don't want to eat. I stood up and trudged back to the camp on my rubber legs. This game really is weird. Semya used to have normal legs and now he has rubber legs. Oh my god! That's the worst possible thing that can happen. This is probably my favorite picture in the whole game. Or maybe it is the beach during the night. It's beautiful as well, but those two pictures are my favorites in this game. Well, except for the 60s, if you know what I mean. No, I shouldn't say that. I decided to go to the beach. While everybody was at dinner, I could sit quietly and think here. Think there. Though, what could I think? Enough, maybe? However, my expectations were ruined. On the beach I met Senya, which greatly surprised me. You also come here? She looked at me from behind her glasses. Do you think I'm not a human being? Actually, no. I wouldn't be surprised if you're an alien, actually. No, I don't mean that. Then what do you mean? I mean something. Nothing. By the way, have you seen Lena? No. Nobody has seen her. I see. What do you want from her? I want to fondle her. Well, nobody's seen her since yesterday evening. Yeah, sure, Semyon. What an excuse. Oh my god, guys. For the first time ever, Senya actually gives a happy face. That's quite surprising. I've never seen it before, actually. Quiet glasses girls are always aliens. You got that right, Fenda. Do you think that somebody could get lost in this camp? She laughed loudly. Sure, it succeeded. Oh, hit it right on the spot. That was a special case. Yeah, very special one. Most guys are two peas in a pod, and you never know what to expect from them. Doesn't that go with you and Lynn as well? I immediately remembered the morning incident. Tell me, why were you chasing Electronic this morning? Senya got uncomfortable. It's none of your business. Just asking. Because he is a fool. Fool! You shall not pass! Fools, run away! She turned away after these words. Maybe you shouldn't be so strict towards him. Semyon got a point. Even to me, it wasn't clear whether I'm defending Electronic or just keeping the conversation going. Then how else should I treat him? Well, give him a chance. You know, such an act requires a lot of courage. It's true, guys. You do that and you'll be respected by me at least. You say it as if it is something special, some kind of achievement. Well, it fucking is if you think about it. Would you be able to do that yourself? I would, actually. I thought and answered after a while. I don't know. Haven't had the right moment yet. I hope you'll have it soon. Senya said rudely and walked towards the canteen. I sat down in the sand and thought. True that Electronic was able to say it, but can I do the same thing? You can, Semyon! You can! Believe in yourself! I wish I could cry right now, but I can't. Sorry, guys. No feelings right now, at least. But it's a big question, If I got the right moment. But which and when? And who? It's always easier to think about something ephemeral, to get ready for dozens of possible situations, to predict the following events for many steps ahead. Psych! You can't predict love. But most of the time, it all goes differently. Even a small event is enough to ruin all your plans. And if you're not ready to do it any time, whenever, under any circumstances, if you're ready only when everything is exactly as you had expected, it is unlikely you would ever get anything worthwhile. Semyon actually has a point. Therefore, the only correct answer to Senya's question was no. Not ambiguous, uncertain, half-hearted, or forced answer. Just no. There's only a simple yes and a simple no. It's always been hard for me to understand that. Between these two extremes, I always worked in a great number of different answers like maybe, perhaps, probably if, and not sure but I will try. This is my favorite picture in the game. Thank you for letting me having the two of these pictures in just 10 minutes. It's beautiful. I was so absorbed with my thoughts that I did not notice how the darkness stole across the camp. Under other circumstances I would have gone to sleep now. But who needs to sleep, right? But looking for Lynn at night was not a good idea. I got up slowly and wandered aimlessly. Well, you did actually search for Shuriki in the night. In a bomb shelter. In a mine. Which was pitch black. And yeah. Should I tell you more? I don't know. Soon the path led me to the sports ground. I stood there for a moment and was about to leave when I heard noises. Clap. Another clap. Something painfully familiar. I ran toward the volleyball court and saw Lena, who was unsuccessfully trying to hit the shuttlecock with a racket. I stood in shock for a long time. My head was completely empty. I just looked at her and felt a sense of joy. We're getting it, guys! Yeah, exactly. The Gesh. I thought about that as well. If he really wants to get out of the camp, he could just go to that train actually. But he never does, of course. He's like, oh no, I'm helpless. I can't get out of here. Oh no. Just get your fat ass over to the train, if that's really a problem. By the way, this song is beautiful. It actually reminds me quite a bit of something that I can't tell you guys. Sorry. Finally, I came to my senses and decided to approach. But after a couple of steps, I stopped. And what do I say now? Glad I found you? Where have you been? I was worried. After yesterday's conversation, it's very unlikely she wants to see me. And what if Lena asked me why I was looking for her? Why was I worrying? I did not know why myself. Probably it's because she was absent for too long. Why can't you realize that you actually love her? It's so clear. Maybe if it wasn't for her, but some other person who I know, I'd have been worried the same way. You weren't really that worried for Shurik, so you're a little wrong here. Maybe if I'd behaved differently yesterday, she would not have disappeared today. Yeah, I screwed up. I'm not sure, but I'll try to come up with something and educate. Eduquate? Don't know how to pronounce that word. Sorry, guys. I took another step and stopped again. Probably, maybe, perhaps, not sure. Again and again, these words appeared in my mind. In my life. Unconsciously, without my will. But why? For what purpose? I have to make a decision, once and for all. Although, there are two simple words. Yes and no. Finally, it's all clear. I went to the court, approached Lena and smiled and said, "Hey!" She turned and looked at me. "Hi. You were absent all day." "Yes, I was walking around." Everything she said was quiet and calm, with no trace of embarrassment or shyness. With no emotion at all, in fact. Oh no, she lost her emotions. "We worried about you." We? The whole fucking camp was like, "Oh, Lena's gone, I didn't even notice," or "What does that matter? I don't fucking care." Though the only one who worried was me. Yeah, exactly. You shouldn't have. But you can. You can't just disappear like that. I tried to smile and make my words not sound like a reproach. I don't think that anybody cares about that. I care, for one. Why? I read surprise in her eyes, because it's not right. No matter how I tried to be perfectly honest, it came up wrong. Yeah, you're screwing yourself up, Simeon. Ah, I see. Okay, I won't do this again. Yeah, let's stay outside her house, like 24/7. Make sure she doesn't go anywhere. It seemed like this conversation was not interesting to her. Silence followed. I just didn't know what else to say, and Lena seemed to be quite content with silence. "Are you any good?" I finally said, and pointing at her racket. "Not very. If you want, No, I don't." She walked to the bench and put down her racket and birdie. "Okay. You can either say shuttlecock or shuttlecock and birdie for the badminton ball. That's some pretty good fact for you. You'll probably need it, because I've needed it before." To tell the truth, I did not expect that response. "Want to look at the stars together?" That's so romantic! Yeah, of course. Oh my god, Simeon has no eyes. I don't get that. I don't really get that with visual novels. They paint the hair, well, they draw the hair, they draw the mouth and the nose, and the facial texture, everything except the eyes. I don't get that. I can understand that it maybe is so you get more of a feeling that you're attached to the game somehow, but yeah. Just as Fanta said, it went from night to evening. The time goes backwards. Doesn't it really look like we're watching a night sky, more like the evening sky? I sat down beside her. Elena intently studied the sky. Lots of small lights shined above me. Some of them were brighter, some were barely visible. I never really understood what people seen just sitting back and looking at the stars. After all, here on Earth, we're just small dots of light, and it's unlikely that many people know what kind of celestial bodies they are, as well as the size and how far they are from us. Of course, it's so romantic to just enjoy the light of distant stars, but for me, it was like staring at a brick wall. What the fuck, Semyon? It also has its potholes. Why not plot holes? Unevenness in the brickwork, patterns on stone. Still the sky in miniature. So what do you see there? Stars? I thought you saw planets. I mean, galaxy. I don't know. Sorry, guys. She said mysteriously with her head up. Yeah, no, I see them too. But what's so special about them? Well, for the fact that the sun is a star, and that star of yours is actually keeping you alive, dickhead, so... Just so you know. I don't know. It seems that they talk to me. Guys, she's been smoking. Probably a lot. Oh, I know where she disappeared. She went into the forest to look for mushrooms and she was like, yeah, let's try this one. Oh man, I'm tripping. There are other people there. They have their own life, probably much better than ours. And they do look at the sky and see Earth. Me and you. Voices of the distant stars. I had already heard that somewhere else. You can call it that. Interesting theory. Yeah, Semyon has seen the world. He has seen so much of the world that his eyes actually disappeared. No, the theory is quite common. You screwed up, Semyon. Lena looked at me. In the dim moonlight, I noticed a small tear rolling down her cheek. Oh no! Or at least, I thought I did. I guess I'm just more, let's say, practical person. She did nothing, just stared at the sky again. But if you think about it, of course, there's endless interstellar space, millions of planets, hundreds of galaxies. It's fascinating. My voice sounded unnaturally excited. You don't need to talk about all these things. About what? About this? About everything? No, the stars are really beautiful. Why did you come? Because you were so kawaii. Why did you came? I just looked at you and I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry. Now she was crying for sure. I was looking for you. Why? I don't know why. I just want. Be fucking honest with yourself, please, Semyon. You found me. Happy now. Well, I mumbled. Why did you go to Alisa? Because I hate that bitch. What does she have to do with it? Are you trying to say that it's not about her? Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying. Why did you bring this topic up again? I thought we already cleared everything up. Of course, we didn't clear anything up. To be precise, we didn't even start to. However, I don't understand why all of this is necessary. You think I really want to talk about it myself? If you don't, then why? Because it's because of you. Ah, you love me? Because of me what? You and Alisa. God damn it! Once we reach 99 pumps per second, we'll make babies. God damn it, Fanda. You and your fucking babies. Me and Alisa, what? We don't have a relationship. We don't have anything at all. Don't lie to me. Lena turned away, sobbing quietly. Why is this so important to her? Simeon, are you fucking stupid? I'm going crazy. He's actually pretty much a hopeless romantic guy. Yeah. What else can I say if you don't believe me? Tell me the truth. I've already told you. Then go to her. I don't get this either. Why should I go to her? I don't want to go anywhere. Why are you sitting here and torturing me? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to torture you. Oh lord, how am I torturing you? Lena didn't answer. I've been looking for you the entire day because I was worried. I came here because you're here. I'm sitting here because I want to be here. What don't you understand? Simeon has a point. Even though he's pretty much stupid. She stopped crying for a moment. Is that true? No, it's not. He just said that to make you happy. Of course. I mean something to you? No, you're just a bunch of junk. You can place yourself over there and I won't give a shit if you're gone or not. Even taking into account all the things I've just said, this question came at me unexpectedly. Well, yes. If only you could hear yourself now. She cried, got up and walked briskly towards the exit of the sports ground. Wait! I caught up with her and grabbed her arm, but she pulled out of my grip. Don't touch me! See what you have done, guys? You made a girl not want to touch you. Or maybe that's common, I don't know. Now Lena was a totally different person. And I couldn't say that she was aggressive, assertive, or super strong-willed. She just had no doubts about what she was doing. Wait! What did I say? That's all true. Save all this nonsense for her. Oh shit! I tried to stop Lena once again, but she glared at me so strongly that I did not dare to argue. Yeah, that is a pretty convincing face. Sorry for making jokes at this sad time. I just gotta keep my spirits up because otherwise I'll end up crying myself. Just imagine how I feel. Just make up a bunch of stupid things. And now you think that I'm guilty of all mortal sins. Why should you care? I should. She stopped for a moment and looked at me. It's all lies. In my anger, I banged my forehead on an iron post. You can beat yourself up here. God damn it! She's turning my actions against myself. I had seen Lena be many things, but not ruthless and indifferent. Wait, let's talk calmly. We had nothing to talk about. She crossed the football ground and trailed behind, trying in vain to persuade her to listen to me. I don't know why I'm doing all this. To prove that I'm right? So I won't be misunderstood? So I will look better in her eyes? Or is there some other reason? In any case, at that moment I just felt that it was necessary. We came to the square. Then I was pretty fast. I could barely keep up with her. You should have quit smoking while you were at it, Simeon. I had to say something. My head was filled with different options, but nothing suitable. Wait! No answer. Listen. No answer. Will you stop it? No answer. We'll wake the whole camp. That's pretty funny. Since Simeon is the only one that's actually screaming and and Lena is actually not responding. We will wake up the whole camp. I didn't do shit. So what's the difference? Strange, but at that moment I was more worried about our behavior than Lena. She stopped. Thanks for accompanying me. I'll go alone now. Lena said bitterly, you haven't even listened to me yet. To me, it seems like I've already listened several times even. So, what do you want from me? Me? From you? Nothing at all. She sounded much more confident than me. There was no trace of doubt in her eyes. What can I say? What can I do? What can I say? What can I do? Damn it! I was ready to burst into tears. Don't get so emotional. Nothing happened. Why are you so heartless? Nothing happened, something definitely happened. You won't lose anything if you pay no attention to me. Let me decide that. He got a point. No, seriously, why? There are many pleasant activities you should choose to do. Well, to be honest, I don't need it anyway. If you don't need it, why do you constantly mention Alisa? Fanda says you're tearing me apart, Lena. I couldn't agree more, actually. She's pretty much tearing my heart apart. No, that's probably just my cold. Lena's face changed. This is none of your business. Get it? No, now it's my business. She looked at me as if she was ready to kill. You mentioned that sentence. She looked at me as if she was ready to kill. Play Miku's story and you will get what she means by that. Well, what Semyon means by that, trust me. If you want me to play through that story once, I could actually skip to Miku's story in another Steam by an instant, so it will be a short stream. But that story, trust me, it's fucked up. Why are you bothering me? You have her, so go to her. She won't refuse, I assure you. Lena started screaming, her hair disheveled, her face flushed and her eyes bloodshot. Calm down, I won't go to her. Why would you even think so? Just see, I'm here now and I'm not going anywhere. She seemed to calm down a bit. What's going on here? Oh, shit, well, this is not the best situation. I turned around and saw Alisa lazily chewing a bun. In the wrong place at the wrong time. This situation is a perfect example. I couldn't agree more. I just froze in surprise, not knowing what to say. But Lena was smarter. Time to pass him on. Catch. Alisa looked surprised. No wonder, she hadn't heard the entire conversation. What? I said catch. Within a moment, Lena became like she was before, calm and unruffled. What should I catch? Him! Don't say that with that face! Please! She pointed her finger at me with disgust. Yeah, that face really looks disgusted. You girls tell me if this is a disgusted face, because I have no fucking clue. He complains about how he loves you, how he cannot live without you, and stuff like that. I've never said that shit. What? Alisa's eyes popped open wide. Yeah, I can see what you mean. No, that's all wrong. Lena's just joking. I giggled nervously. Why, that's exactly what's happening. Listen, everything has its limits. I said quietly to her. Do you want there to be victims? Why, I already suggested you should go to her. I don't know what you're talking about here, but don't involve me. Lying is a sin, Lena. Indeed it is, Fanda. Indeed it is. You don't know. Lena said it softly, but her voice had a trace of rage in it. Oh, maybe I said that wrong. The same thing again? Alisa looked at her frightened. Listen, I understand that you, but I don't know, really. Not a single word. Not even a single thought about him, I swear. You don't know? Oh, shit! Well, this was actually quite surprising. I didn't see that coming. Lena jumped at her, and before I realized, smashed Alisa with a powerful right hook. Damn it, you're fucking creeping me out. Well, I don't understand a simple slap, but such a blow could break someone's jaw. Oh, Alice. I thought it was Alisa. Okay, it's Alice apparently. Collapsed and seemed to lose consciousness. What should I do? Okay, so we had another short, guys. Sorry for that. Do not interfere and help Alisa. I know exactly what I would do here, and it would be pretty obvious, but you guys are the ones choosing, so I won't be the one to judge what choice you make, but to me it's pretty obvious. so please do. I really need to get a haircut. Unnecessary information for you, but I do really need one. Maybe I should play some nice music in the background. And please, vote for this. Vote! Vote! Yeah, as I said, if I get no votes on this choice, I will do it myself. It seems that well, do it, be the dictator. Or you just tell me I'm a dictator just because I have a dick? Is that what you're telling me? Don't judge me! This is actually really bad, Thunder says. Medic. I am getting no votes. Please, somebody make a vote. Okay, so you're saying that we should not interfere. Please help me vote. Well, you can do it again, please. Kill democracy for people, Hitler. Fonda, are you seeing me as Hitler? Well, thanks. Okay, so if I got that right, so the majority of votes says do not interfere. Oh, one says helper, but two says welcome to the stream, Jaeger759. So now we have 2 votes on help her and 2 votes on not helping her. Actually, I'm not from Russia either, Jaeger, so yes, no. But we have 2 votes on helping Elisa and 2 on not helping Elisa. We need a final vote. Please give us a final vote. Okay, Fanda, please be the deciding vote. Okay, since nobody else is going to vote, apparently... Okay, so 3 votes for helping Alisa and 2 for not interfering, which will end up that we will help Alisa. We will help Alisa. Just so you guys know, don't be disappointed, trust me. And we'll be helping Alisa. What are you doing? I ran over to the fallen girl and tried to figure out if she was alive at all. Are you completely out of your mind? If you want me to shut up or do anything else, fine, but this is turning it into a complete madhouse. Maybe you need a straitjacket so nobody else will get injured. Oh shit! Those are some harsh words, actually. Lena stood clenching her fist. You could even break your hand with such a blow. You don't understand anything. The tears welled up, flowing down her face as she fled from the square. Just going to spoil this for you guys. This game is based around relationship points, which is if you make a good choice or a bad choice, which ends up if you get 1 more point. Yeah, you know, you get the drift. Well, the thing is that helping Alisa actually gets you 1 point in Lena's relationship. So if you did not help her, you would get a negative. You would get negative, so that wouldn't be good at all. So we almost didn't interfere and maybe would end up with a bad ending. I do not know actually, but maybe we would have ended up with that. Tell the communists to get out of your comment box. Don't say that, Fanda. Okay, the tears welled up, flowing down her face as she fled from the square. It seemed to me that I still could hear Lena sobbing while I was bringing Alisa around. Finally, she came back to consciousness. You alive? Are you okay? Alisa moved her jaw from left to right. I'll live. I helped her up. What happened to her blood? A vampire swooshed down from the trees and drank it all. Jesk, if you haven't caught up with this yet, it's that I'm not aiming for a specific story. It's you guys, the fans, that votes that goes for a specific story. And I'm not really a part of this. I'm just reading and listening to you guys. So, but it looks like we have gotten into Lena's path. Now it's just the deciding factor either if we will get the bad end or the good end. So let's continue. Well, that doesn't matter now. You have to get to the infirmary. It's too late for infirmary. I'll have a good night's rest and in the morning I'll go there. Okay then, I'll go with you. I can't refuse. Alisa said, trying to give me a smile. All the way we kept silent. She was probably not really able to talk and I couldn't find the right words to say. All of this was a real shock for me. It was a real shock for me as well. I didn't expect that. Even though I had played this story before with Lena, trust me, I was surprised the first time it happened. I didn't think that it would get so violent. I found myself a mere spectator of drama in which I just took on the main part. After the door closed behind Alisa, I stood for a long time and looked at her cabin. What should I do after all this? Fatigue overcame me. I had to sleep. I think Lena is now in a state in which she is unlikely to adequately access reality. Completely broken, I fell down onto the bed and drifted to sleep. Just play that again, guys. I'm just going to open the window. And we made it to day 7! Hooray! By the way, guys, this is the last day of Everlasting Summer. So, yeah, just a little bit of information. Somehow I woke up in my apartment. It didn't trigger any emotions at all. Yet another day of my life, that's all. I got out of the bed and went up to the computer. A message window flashed on the taskbar. I sat down and stared at the monitor. Somebody wrote to me, and that means that somebody still needs me. The message contained only 2 words: wake up. What do they want from me? An unknown ID, is that spam? And what does it mean to wake up? I'm not sleeping anymore. The window still kept flashing. I tried to close it but failed. Instead, yet another one popped out. And another one, and another one, and another one. And all of them contained the same: wake up. What the hell do you want from me? I screamed. Thunder says, now a zombie Lena will come out of your monitor. I wouldn't be surprised. Soon the whole screen was blazing with identical messages. I couldn't bear it anymore. Grabbed it and smashed it against the wall with all my strength. Jesus, Simeon! A phone rang. Strange, who could that be? I picked the phone up and heard just wake up. On the other end, thousands of voices, men, women, children were screaming, wake up! I smashed the phone on the floor, but it didn't break and kept ringing. In a moment, the whole room was filled with strangers. They were grabbing my hands, peering into my eyes, screaming, wake up! Yeah, I'm back here! I jumped off my bed in a cold sweat. What a dream. I came to my senses in a couple of minutes and took a look at the clock. It's 5 PM. How long have I slept? All the events of yesterday flew through my head. Searching for Lena, the devastating conversation, Alisa defeated. I really have to talk to her. Maybe she cooled down overnight. I dressed up and went out of the cabin. I hesitated a little while gathering my thoughts, then headed to Lena's cabin. What shall I say? How do I begin the conversation? I can't just go with, hi, how are you? I was just passing by. There's no way I should lecture her straight off the bat. F-Gen. Welcome to the stream, F-Gen. I've never seen you here before, actually. I hope I do not do the same mistake as I did with Gisk. No, this is not a mod. It's actually just a visual novel called Everlasting Summer. Not reaching a specific solution, I knocked. Nobody answered. I knocked again and then pulled on the doorknob. It's not locked. That's odd. However, there was nobody inside. Well, that means Lena's not here. I'll grab some food. I might find her in the canteen. Going along with the rows of cabins, I didn't meet a single pioneer. That's odd too. It's always crowded here at the first time of the day. Nobody was at the square either. Coming up to the canteen, I started to get seriously concerned. It's time for dinner, but there's no sign of hungry pioneer crowds. If only it was just that the canteen was closed. Looks like something has happened during the day. I sat down on the porch and started to consider the situation. All the pioneers were gone, without any warning. Well, of course, it's hard to say that this camp on my way of arriving here is normal, but I hadn't encountered any inexplicable stuff during this week yet. There were lots of strange things, but maybe they were hiding in the bunker. Yeah, that's a good idea. Go search for them in the bunker. I chuckled aloud. While all this is very, to put it mildly, mysterious, I was nowhere near experiencing a panic attack. Oh shit. No, it's just that they have left. Shit, guys. I almost jumped out of my skin. Lena was standing next to me. You can't just sneak up on people like that. You nearly gave me a heart attack. I live. Sorry. She said calmly. Now her words dawned on me. Left. Hold on a sec. What do you mean by just left? The session's over. And the camp leader? She had some business to take care of in town. So she went with them. Okay, what about you? I stayed. Lena was talking with complete calmness, as if everything that had happened is completely normal and routine. How? Why is that? What's the problem? When the session is over, the children depart for their homes, don't they? Would you play mods like Samantha Smith? It's about Samantha Smith in Savianok. It is Russian mod, but it has English version if I am right. I might do so if you really want me to do that, Jaeger, but many of my fans have requested me to play some other games. I will give you a list of the suggested games I have, and will decide afterwards which one I will be playing. At this game, that is. And when was it decided that today is the last day of the session? You won't believe this, but on the very first day. Moreover, Olga announced this at the lineup. Yeah, even at those lineups that I attended, the last thing that crossed my mind was listening to the camp leader's announcements. God damn it, Simeon! Then why didn't anyone tell me anything? I waited for a chance to get out of this damn camp for so long, and when it finally appeared, I obviously slept through it. Well, that's exactly my style. I asked him not to. Even if you would ask not to, Olga... Hold on, what? I asked for it, said Lena with the same confidence. And what, you asked them to leave me behind too? Yes. And they actually agreed to that? But yeah, Samuel wants to stay alone with me in the camp. But that's completely fine, do that. And don't you think that's all a little absolutely wrong? I started shouting. Nope, it's perfectly normal. How is this normal? I took a good look at Lena. Not a single emotion has crossed her face since the beginning of our talk. It looks like the girl that's standing right in front of me is not the kind of girl that's afraid of crickets, blushes at every occasion, and reads romance novels. Sounds like me, except that I'm not that shy and I'm not afraid of crickets. But I read romance novels. Okay, I got it. Looks like the situation is directly connected to my mystical arrival at this camp. Just who are you? Me? This morning I was Lena. What the fuck? She replied patiently. Oh yeah? And I'm Optimus Prime, born 9 million years ago in the Highland of Scotland. I'm a robot! I wasn't afraid of her or anything around myself at the moment. Jaeger, as you said, you have played this game before, and you know what I'm saying when you should actually be afraid of Lena. You know exactly what I mean. Nice to meet you, I'm Lena. I'm Simeon! Okay, now let's get serious. I think what you're saying is frankly impossible. Today, as it turns out, is the last day. Somehow I don't know a thing about it, and the camp leader departs with everyone, leaving me behind just because you asked for it? Don't you find that all somewhat abnormal? Maybe I do. Are you hiding something? Maybe I am. She just wants to get laid. Then spit out everything you got. What if she actually started spitting and spit all over Semyon's face? Poor Semyon. I told you already. I buried my face with my hand and took a deep breath. Okay, and what am I supposed to do in this situation? I don't know. And what are you going to do? I don't know. I'll go with the flow. Yeah, go with the flow. Well, here's the flow. I hissed abruptly, spreading my hands. And why are you worrying so much? For the first time, a flicker of interest has appeared on her face. And how do you expect me to feel glad? Trust me, guests, be some harm to you. If you played all the stories, you will exactly know what I mean. Well, not really, but you yourself wanted it. Fonda says, "You stupid bitch, I love you." Yeah, I think Semyon should be more honest with himself and actually tell Lena. But he's like, nope, I just wanted to go there with you. I don't actually care. But you yourself wanted it. Me, you're mad. I think Lena has a point. And who said yesterday that he cares, that he wants to be with me? Lena got another point. What's that got to do with this? You're still in the camp and you're together? I pretended not to understand, but it was finally starting to dawn on me what she was driving at. She was driving at a road with a car. I'm not going to spoil that for you, guess, actually. Just so you know. But play the stories and you'll know. Or you can search it up on the internet. Just search on Everlasting Summer Lena cosplay and you will probably see some creepy stuff. And I recommend for you people who do not want to be spoiled, do not search for that. Your wish was granted. Yeah, sure. I mumbled under my breath. Well, here I am with you. But doesn't explain in any way what happened. There's always a couple of tricks that could help one succeed. And you? That is how... Yeah. A smile crossed her face. If I know that you were cunning from the very beginning. To tell the truth, I kind of like this whole situation. Well, not really like, but I was curious. Of course, I'm very sorry that I couldn't have escaped with everyone else. I'm having a tete-a-tete with Lena now. That might mean that I'll get a chance to see the real her. And all the answers that I was longing for could be right here, and not in some mysterious town which everyone else had headed for. Okay, so what are we going to do now? We? She smiled. Yeah, we. We're the only ones staying here. The canteen's closed, and I seriously doubt that there's any food left there anyway. Of course, Olga should return in the foreseeable future, but... does it matter? It matters quite a lot, actually. Okay, it does matter. And so just said, whatever happened to you, Semyon? What do you want? Oh, I know exactly what I want. She asked with a sly smile. Oh no, guys. Well, she'll end up raping us instead of we raping her. That's great, right? Reversed rape. She asked with a sly smile. I would have grabbed something to eat. And then, I don't know. Well, let's go and have something. Where to? There should be some food left in my cabin. Okay, deal. We went in and Lena rummaged around in the desk drawer. Well, there are some cookies. Want some? She handed me a half-open pack of biscuits. Aww, how cute. I sneered. Why? Biscuits. Like in my childhood. I eat biscuits! I'm not really a child. Not really. I guess. She smiled and sat next to me. Too close, too close! Well, I asked with my mouth full. That came out wrong in my head. What? So what are we going to do? Guys, I've done this before and I'm just going to tell you that this might be a little graphical and 18 plus, so you do it on your own responsibility for watching this. Just saying, so you don't get angry at me for not warning you. Because there will be hentai. She wistfully gazed out of the window. But what do you want? But really, what do I want? A mere half an hour ago, my only thought was to get away from this damned camp. But now, right here, next to her, something seemed to change. Well, I don't know either. Think harder. Fanda said, strange danger. Yeah, exactly. And he also said, what are we going to do on the bed, Cyan? Seriously, get the fuck out of here, Fanda. Think harder. Oh, I exactly know what you mean. She drew herself closer and gazed into my eyes. Well, you know... My face was blushing and my mind was racing. Yet, not just because I was such in an extreme proximity to a girl who quite clearly wants something from me, but mainly because the girl was Lena. Well, she studied me closely. Lena, What? To say that she didn't look like herself was nothing. Yeah, I agree with Jaeger. It's beautiful. I was not afraid of this metamorphosis at all. Rather, I was afraid of myself. What I could do in this situation. I wonder that too. No, please, Fanda, don't say Pomf. I'm going to play that song. Trust me, I'm going to play that song after this stream. Didn't you want to be with me? She whispered into my ear seductively. Just wait a second, guys, okay? Let's see. Just turn this down for a moment. Wait. Trust me, this is probably what's going to happen. Just wait a second, I'm just going to change this. Add source, screen capture. Yeah. What can I say?
Everyone's counting on me.
This is probably what's going to happen.
Give them lots of energy. I hope that I can help them study for their test. I'll work hard to support them and always try my best. It's so much fun to help out in the dormitory. And
Sorry for the unrelated content. Still, it's pretty hilarious. You gotta love this song. It's catchy. It's about to get hot in here. Fanda says, this is my jam. Oh, this is great in virtual reality, trust me. Apparently most of you actually appreciated the song. Yep, that's the ending of the song. Thank you for watching this song. Let's get that out of the way. There we go. Let's continue with the story, shall we? Because it's about to get hot in here. Yeah! She whispered into my ears seductively. Oh, shit, I forgot the sound. I gotta turn up the sound as well. Sorry for that. This is about to get out of here. Maybe I need the fedora for this one as well. She whispered into my ear seductively. I did. I mean, I do. He said yes! Man and wife. Man, what's the problem? You know, it's also... Besides, I have some other circumstances. What circumstances? She pulled away from me. Well, various circumstances. We have no condoms! Shit! Let's have kids instead! You don't prefer, do you? Lena laughed. Hell no! How could you think that? Looks like I blushed even harder. And what's the problem? Are you sure that you want that? I tried hard to change the subject. After all, just a week ago, I had my own normal life. A life where everything was strictly tied up and well organized, and where there was no place for girls. And now in some kind of mysterious camp with Lena sitting next to me and hinting towards something. Yeah, I wonder what she is hinting at. How should I behave in such a situation? Yeah, you tell me. Put her on the bed and fuck her right in the pussy. She asked for it. Don't judge me. Of course I do. What's the problem? Well, it's I'm not hard enough. Shit. I was behaving like I wasn't even 17, which was how I looked now, as if I was much younger. Mine too. This is not hard enough. Oh no, this is going to be some sort of... Sorry. This is going to be some transsexual hot stuff incoming. I had to decide what to do next. Now, after the session was closed and all the pioneers were gone, you could scream all you want. I had to seek the answers. You'll probably find them between her legs. Looks like a great place to search. Above all, I just had to be aware of this girl that could change her behavior and even her character so easily at will. It's like fucking Golem! But at that exact moment, I was possessed by only one thought. Oh, what the hell? Yeah, you go, girl. I was about to say you go, girl, but you go, Simeon. Well, if you don't mind. I closed my eyes. Graphical pictures incoming. Wait. I need to say this. She said nothing, just smiled and moved even closer. Our lips locked in a long kiss. I forgot everything at that moment. I forgot about this weird camp. I forgot all about about the local pioneers that were in fact gone. I forgot about our wacky camp leader. How could you forget? Oh my god, I don't get that. I forgot about my past life and about my future, if it would ever come. Right now, the only one who mattered was Lena. Her soft limbs, her warmth that poured deep into my soul, burning me from the inside. That's so romantic! I gently moved her aside. Hold on. Don't you think that this is way too fast? Why? She smiled and looked at me in such a way that I immediately felt ready to drown in her eyes. You're sure, aren't you? I am. I whispered quietly. Yeah, graphical pictures. There you go, eye candy for you guys. When I woke up, it was already dark outside. I got out of bed, I put my trouser on and had a stroll around the room. What was that? Just an animal instinct, or maybe it was something worse. No, it's all wrong, completely wrong. Wait, Fana, you'll have to wait. Cyan, please. Do it. I'll play that soon in the background, Fanda. Take it easy. I can't take this off now. I'm stuck in this camp. I lost my chance to get out of here, and most of all, I'm a girl who probably had a split personality, maniac, depressive disorder. Well, that's a long word. I looked at sleeping Lena. Anyhow, she's marvelous. Everything that had happened between us literally only a couple of hours ago flashed before my eyes and I felt shivers up my spine. Now, I don't know if it's right or wrong, but if I could have returned back in time, I would have done exactly the same thing. I smiled widely and sat down next to her bed. It was close to 10 p.m. Well, it's probably time to get up. Because fuck morning, right? I gave Lena a gentle nudge on the shoulder. She opened her eyes. Good morning. Well, evening in fact. It's a fucking night, not evening! Hi. She smiled tenderly. Time to get up, sleepyhead. Are you in a hurry? Well, no. But we're completely alone together in this camp. So what? She took a good look at me. Well, nothing. When will Olga return? Is it that important to you? She got a heavy look on her face. Well, without food, we're going to die here. That's true. You're free to leave then. I'm sorry. I don't want to die. I don't want this to be a cliche romantic story like one written by Shakespeare. You know, when the two romantic couple find each other, I guess, and in the end they die. You know what I'm talking about. She looked away towards the wall. But how can I leave? On the bus, of course. There are no buses here. Well, why do you think there's a bus stop for a bus route 410 here? Frankly, I don't know. I told Olga that I had some matters to urgently resolve here with you and would come later. Losing her virginity. I felt like I'd been struck by lightning. I didn't know what I should be more surprised about. The fact that there are buses passing here, or by the fact that the camp leader agreed to leave 2 pioneers behind in an empty camp just like that. Yeah, that's what I wonder as well. What I said. You mean that we can leave? Go on, no one's holding you. She said all that while sitting utterly still. In fact, so still that her words gave me grave cold chills. Okay, I'm sorry that I reacted that way. It's just, everything that's happened today has been a total surprise for me. You didn't look too surprised for a few hours ago. I probably said something wrong. Completely wrong. Well, don't get offended. We won't be staying here till the end of times, right? If there's a way to leave, Lena didn't say anything. I looked at her back and tried to understand what she's thinking. Fine. She exclaimed cheerfully, and after a pause, then jumped off the bed and started to dress quickly. Come on, pack your stuff. Meet me at the square in 10 minutes. Lena leaned over at me and gave me a passionate kiss. Alright. I stepped out of her cabin and ran to the camp leader's cabin. Frankly speaking, I had almost nothing to pack. What's pretty funny is that Olga left all her stuff. Good job, Olga. I tossed my winter clothing into a bag and shoved my phone into my pocket and headed to the square. 15 minutes have passed already, but Lena still wasn't there. I justified it with the fact that she has lots of stuff to pack, and accordingly she needed much more time to get ready. Beautiful. However, she didn't even come in a half an hour and started to suspect something. My legs ushered me to her cabin before I realized it. I flung the door open and saw Lena lying on the bed. Everything around her was soaked with blood. The bed sheets, the blanket, the floor was wet with blood, and I could see a huge slit on her forearm. I ran to her and started shaking her shoulder by shoulder. Lena, why? She was still conscious. Hi, Semyon. A weak smile froze on her lips. Hang on, hey, don't you pass out. I'll think of something right now. Listen, everything's going to be fine. You're not going to die. Of course, I didn't believe it myself. Lena had slit her veins from her elbow all the way down to her wrist. It was a cut, and given all the time I've spent watching her at the square, she'd bled a lot. Probably even an ambulance wouldn't do anything by now, and here in the empty camp, away from the world, Lena had zero chance of survival. How stupid can you be? I embraced her tightly. Tears were running down my cheeks, disappearing in her hair. I never cried so hard in my entire life. Fool, why did you have to cut down the road? Everyone else does it across the street and you cut down the road. Sorry. It happened as it did. She muttered faintly. But why? Why? I'm tired. So tired. Lena went silent. I looked straight into her eyes. She was still conscious, but the last flicker of life was quickly dying in her. I'm so tired of it all. Wearing a mask, suffering. I just wanted to be with you. But you left me to... I never went anywhere. Here I am. Why? What have you done? I'm sorry. I was choked with tears, unable to say anything. I'm sorry. I'll be seeing you later. I embraced her even tighter. Lena's breath was getting weaker, and soon enough it stopped forever. Horror struck, I jumped away from the bed. My eyes went dark, my heart was beating wildly, and I spotted a blood-stained knife lying on the floor. A moment later, I was holding it in my hands. The blade halted a hair's breadth away from my wrist. But why? How would that help? I sat there completely freaked out and just stared at Lena. No, you aren't dead. I exploded with hysterical laughter. Go on, sleepyhead. It's time to wake up. I said softly and shook her by the shoulders. But Lena didn't wake up. What am what have I done? I jumped out of the cabin in horror and ran like mad. I don't know how much time passed, but I finally wormed myself out and collapsed on the ground. Hostile silence was all around me, and only the stars looked down at me in quiet rebuke. They were the same stars that Lena admired yesterday. Yet another crying spell tore me apart. Why? Why did she do it? Because I left her? Where had I gone? I never left her and I wasn't going to. Only at this moment did I realize that she was truly important to me. I realized that despite all her quirks, everything that had happened today, everything that had happened during the short period of our acquaintance, she had suddenly become the most precious thing in my life. And I instantly forgot about her, about her feelings, as soon as I heard about the damn bus. Indeed, it can't justify her act, but how could I have stopped thinking of her at all? I lay there for a long time watching the stars. The trees were peacefully swaying in the gentle night breeze above my head. The trees didn't give a damn about what was happening to me. The landscape seemed familiar. Suppressing my tears, I headed back towards the camp. Everything here seemed to be the same as yesterday, as a few days ago. The square, Jenda's memorial, the cabins of the pioneers, Lena's cabin. I was all torn up inside. It felt like the pain would tear my body into millions of little pieces any moment now. I fell to my knees and began punching the ground until my fists were completely stained with blood. If only I'd realized just a bit earlier, just a moment earlier. I'm not asking for more. She was so... even the slightest of hints was enough for her. Only at this moment did I realize that Lena had died, and a part of me had died with her. Probably the part of me that I would call the best. I came to my senses after a while, standing in her cabin. The blood had dried up already, the moonlight was no longer reflected in it. I went to her bed and sat next to Lena's body. I was terribly afraid to be here, but I felt that I had to tell her something. I'm sorry. I started. It's far too late, of course, but if you can hear me out there somewhere, just remember, please, I will love you forever, for the rest of my life. And that was the plain truth. I'm sorry that I ignored your feelings. I'm sorry that I always thought only about myself. I'm sorry for everything. It was me who should have died, not you. I covered her body with a blanket and slowly left the cabin. I regained consciousness at the bus stop. So running away, scumbag? I muttered darkly to myself. I couldn't stand to stay a single minute longer in this camp. Lena will never come back. I can't justify what I have done. I'll just wait for the bus that will take me away from here. I didn't give the slightest damn about what was going to happen to me tomorrow, or in an hour. I don't care about the answers. I don't care about how I got here. Soon enough, I saw a glimmer of dim light in the distance. Somehow, I wasn't surprised at all. In a minute, I was sitting in an empty number 410 bus and was looking into the dark of the night through a weather-beaten window. My mind was black. Everything that makes us humans, feelings, emotions, aspirations, suffering, I left it all back there in that pioneer camp. Now, all I have is this night and the empty bus. There is no more future, no more present. If I die tomorrow, that would only mean that yet another human body had ceased to exist. The real me died a very few hours ago. I don't know how much time passed, but the fatigue overtook me. I wasn't going to fight it, as it made absolutely no difference whether I'm sleeping or awake. I could barely hold my eyes open, and soon enough I passed out. Say ... There are moments when reality becomes unimportant, ignificent, unworthy of attention. There are moments when the spiritual torment overshadows everything else. And even if the world ended, you would not notice. If a knife were to pierce you, you would not notice. Even boiling for eternity in the cauldron of hell would seem like just a minor inconvenience. After all, there are problems more important than that. When I opened my eyes, I realized that something is wrong. It took a while for clarity of thought to return. Finally, I realized that I'm not in a bus, but in my old apartment. Well, that was to be expected. Isabel spent a whole week preparing for an exam, and the last minute had spectacularly failed. And the result of this failure was my return to the real world. However, now it didn't seem any more real to me than the Soviet pioneer camp. No wonder. Reality is what you can hear, feel, touch, and taste. And all that was really there. What world was real to the smallest detail? Sometimes it seemed more like it was my past life that was fiction. And now I have to remember how to exist here. Though, why? I felt like a man who'd been thrown out of the car at full speed without even noticing it. I was left lying on the roadside with broken arms and legs, where the car disappeared into the night, taking with it the last traces of hope. Lena. Her image surfaced in my fevered brain, so clearly that I wanted to cry unbearably. No, I wanted to shout, tearing out the clumps of hair, smashing my fist on the wall, while making inhuman screams. However, my soul was empty. I tried in vain to find at least the echoes of pain, guilt, or pity for her, but nothing came. I was just lying here, and staring at the ceiling. I was not all interested in how and why I came back. After all, who cares about the process of your soul to the devil? All legal formalities of a contract, signatures, stamps, and seals. What is more important is the result. And this is the result I got. No, it's not that. I was sent back to reality. If I had gotten to the destination on that bus, it would hardly have been for me. In this case, the result is what happened to Lena, and the reason is my actions. I was absolutely sure about that. After all, she could not just do that for no reason. No, Lena is not like that, so it's all my fault. It is hard to live, knowing that you were the reason for someone else's death. As if they personally held the knife, calmly and carefully slit open her wrist and watched her die, and then just ran away. Of course, I couldn't do anything in that situation, but I still felt that I behaved like a coward. No, even worse. Although, does it really matter what the best definition of my action is? I curse myself for remaining so calm while thinking about the situation. After all, I should be mourning Lena and blaming myself, but now, nothing is up to me. If I was not able to back then, I started shivering, my body was trembling, and it was getting hard to breathe. Self-preservation instinct overtook guilt for a while, and I staggered to the kitchen to drink a sedative. They can always be found in the cupboard of every antisocial person like me. Once I'd taken half of the tablets that were in the packet, I returned to the room and turned on the computer. Remaining silence was unbearable. I played the first random song, and soon I realized that it was probably the most depressing piece of music I had on my hard drive. However, I didn't want to turn it off. The background noise helped dampen my thoughts. I had to decide what to do with my life next. I was sure about one thing. Everything that had happened in the camp, my appearance in it, my unexpected return, I didn't care about any of it. And not just that, I didn't care about the context or the reasons of those events either. The only thing that mattered was Lena. I horribly stumbled over the word was. Indeed, she's gone. Of course, it's possible that it was just a dream and she never existed in the first place. But then again, our real world could just be someone's raving delusion as well. Why not? I mean, the funny poison, yo. If people suffering from losing their loved ones here, why should I think of Lena's death? That is just the result of my sick imagination. I saw it all with my own eyes. I felt the shock, fear, and fight. Damn it! For me, it's not that it was reality. It still is reality. Is and will be. And I'm sure I'm not daydreaming. Though it would be better if I dreamed that. The dreadful howl of guitars boomed from the speakers. It sounded like a requiem for me. Now I have to live with this sense of guilt? No, I won't take it. My mind wasn't exactly a paragon of stability, but not even a man with a stable mind could withstand shocks like this. And I already feel that I'm going mad. I tried to suppress all these thoughts. No, not to forget, just to give myself some rest. Just for a minute. But it didn't work. Pain racked my body again and again. And I was already starting to feel it physically. However, physical pain is always weaker than mental. I fell to the floor, clasped my knees and began rocking back and forth in a fetal position. This really is depressing. I want to get over this as quickly as possible. Blood pounded in my head so heavily that it felt like my skull could shatter any moment now. I hit a table leg and a little candle rolled out from under a pile of papers. A little one, 20 centimeters long. It was bent at an almost 90 degrees angle, but it still retained its shape. The wick protruded from one end. I searched for a lighter and lit up the candle. I let it be in the memory of Lena. Maybe in another world she is feeling better then. I sat on the floor and watched as the wax slowly dripped onto my fingers. I felt no pain at all. Probably my nervous system was so exhausted that it was unable to transmit the pain impulses to my brain. The fire calmed me a little. I just watched the flame. I did not think about anything. Finally, at least some peace of mind. The candle was halfway done. Suddenly, I imagined that my life is this very candle. Not just mine, any person's life. All that I had been given from above is full strength, length. But anything can happen. The wind may blow. The holding hands may tremble. Or the wick may burn out. And a life will end before it should have. But after all, each candle can be different. Such as this one, 9 cents, one twice as thick as 20. And huge ones, as thick as the handle of a shovel, 1.85. I wonder, did Lena candles burn out ahead of its time? Or was it just smaller than the other ones? Though, I doubt there can be a smaller one than mine. I rotated the candle in my hands. How interesting is that I can blow out the flame any moment, and that's it. But in the meantime, life is not wax. You can't combine 2 small candles and make one of medium size. I would love to give the remains of mine to Lena. To anyone who needs it more than I do. Why would I need it? I do not feel pain from the heated wax. Its flame does not give me any warmth.